Hello, everyone. So, second session, yeah?
Yeah. Let's do it.
I'm Chaotic Vio. I will be your humble DM for tonight, Dungeon Master for the night. Let's get to know our players a little bit. Dubstepper.
Hello. I'm Dubs. I'm playing Juniaris tonight.
Nice, nice. What is Jen all about? What's their deal? What's their shtick?
He is a fairy druid. Mm-hmm. Kind of grew up out in the sticks of one of the realms surrounding the city. And you'll kind of hear it as we go along, but he kind of talks with a southern drawl, kind of like he's back from out in the Appalachians.
Nice.
And he's just kind of a laid-back guy who likes to see where the flow takes him.
Nice, nice. Nameless Orange, my guy. Tell me who you're playing and what's up.
Everybody, I'm Nameless Orange, and tonight I will be playing Kelmir, my Haragon rogue.
I think.
And he
did you multi-class?
I did. I multi-classed into Ranger. Yeah.
Ranger. Nice.
I'm very excited for.
I'm excited to see what you do with your Ranger Rogue Ranger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A rogue class Ranger, not a rogue lonesome Ranger, right?
We could do that.
I mean, see you guys. I'm going off my own.
He's gone.
He's gone rogue. No, he's gone Ranger. All right. Nerdy nobody, my dude. Tell me who you're playing and what's up with them.
Hey everyone, tonight I'm going to be playing my Bugbear Wildfire Druid, Katse. He is pretty much a loner. Just kind of been a recluse, always kept to himself, stays in the woods, camps out, loves nature. Has become a very, self-sufficient person, loves to cook. He doesn't really get close to people quick, but when he does, he's the kind of guy that will lay his life on the line for him.
Nice. Perfect. Just get this pulled up. All right. And if you're interested, let me pull this up. All these videos, if you're catching us now, catching us later, thank you so much for watching. You can check out over on the YouTube. Videos will be uploaded every Monday. Every other Monday. Every Monday after a session. That's when it will be uploaded. So if you're looking every Monday, you might have to wait a little bit. So, without further ado, let's jump into our second session of Turn of Fortune's Wheel. So, last time we all gathered here together, our brave adventurers woke up They woke up in a weird new place. They had no idea where they were. It was the mortuary in some location. They met Mort, a floating skull, who kind of told them, hey, you guys were supposed to be dead. Apparently you're not. The door's that way. And he tells them which way to go. Throughout trying to escape the mortuary, there was a little bit of conflict between a flesh golem and a hall of fire where we lost the first of our party, and that was Kayata. While Kelmir and Jen were looking in the cold lockers, they heard a noise, and Kelmir opened the door, and out popped Ryu, who, it's weird. Not really sure how to explain it. He knew who he was, but he knew he was Kayata, but he didn't look like Kayata, but he was different, but same but different. So players are starting to slightly experience some weird planar shifty glitches at the minute. After that, y'all went and crossed in through the fire passage, made it out safely, saw the wrecker's room, and found your death certificates. Reason for death was left blank, which was a little sus. Continuing on, y'all went and ate some food. Well, one of you ate some food. Plates were set before you with marvelous food that you remember from your memories in childhood and whatnot, right? And Ryu decided, I'm going to eat it. It looks delicious. And died. Poison. It happens.
Jen tried some too.
Jen did try some too. And he let out a tremendous belch and said it was worth it because it tasted delicious. Chef's kiss. Continuing from there,
Absolutely.
y'all left the mortuary. You found your way out, which is where you find yourselves currently. Let me shift y'all over to the proper location that you should be on currently.
If I didn't know any better, I swear my dog knows exactly when I'm playing D&D.
Wants to come and say hello. Nice. All right, let me read this up for y'all. You emerge from the mortuary in a dilapidated city square. Stacks of jumbled tenements, grimy hodgepodges of lopsided architecture, joined by rickety bridges, loom over the persistent, low-hanging fog. An impossible city unfolds around you. Bladed buildings rise on all sides, the urban sprawl spreading along the inside of a gigantic torus. It's a donut. The metropolitan ring curves upward into passing clouds, disappearing behind the haze. As you guys begin to step out of the cellar here, a walking by tiefling, that's what they look like, a little tiefling, walks by and bumps into Ias. And says, take a short stick and pike it, you leather-headed Burke, or I'll put your name in a dead book. And continues walking. And you hear them muttering under their breath, I swear, more and more you clueless wind up in the cage every day. Quit flapping your bone boxes and go back to your own burgs. And they kind of square up their chest at Ias. And as that's happening, a individual kind of walks up, and this individual, let me show you a picture of what they look like. Well, that's kind of what they look like. Bear with me. Here we go. As we go. All right, so this is what you see. You see a half like llama creature with horns just walking along nearby. And as this tiefling begins to square up, this individual steps up and says, "No need to worry. Excuse us. They're with me. You can continue on. They're not from around here. I'll take care of them. No need." And she like tosses her like a coin. And the tiefling begins to continue down the road and mutters to themselves under their breath about the burg and how everyone is coming in that shouldn't be here. And the creature kind of walks up to you guys and says, "Hiya, my name's Parisa. It seems like y'all aren't from around here, huh?"
Hi, Parisa. What was that guy's problem?
Pay him no mind. Those in the hive, they kind of stick to themselves. Boy, y'all don't know about us, huh?
Not really.
Well, this is the Hive District. As you look around, you see how everything is like really dilapidated and dark and dingy and covered in filth. And you look toward across the square, and you see like just random people just like sitting in corners and not really talking to anybody. A couple like thugs to the south and some talkers off to the east, and a shady commoner selling some sausages by a cart. And as you kind of glance around, you see stumble out of a door is Nerdy. Would you like to stumble out the door and let everyone know what you look like?
That comes out the door is probably about 6'4", tall bugbear wearing like a green cloak, look almost camouflaged. He has one of his eyes. He shares the crimson red eye of Hayata, but he also has a green earthy eye in his right socket.
Stumbling out of the door, you're not sure how you got through that door, or how you ended up inside that building. You remember taking a bite of some delicious pot pie, and then you're here. You look around and you see off to the southwest a group of familiar faces.
I will slowly make my way over to them. Like, oh, there you guys are. I don't know how I got to where I was, but I was afraid I had lost you.
Who are you, friend?
I'm Katse, remember?
Gen'll kind of peek out from behind Ias's large body and around to see everyone else, and just remark about, well, y'all seem to know who we are, but we don't seem to know who y'all are. Well, you look familiar, I will mention that. So, I mean, I guess we're all friends here, but I don't know. Well, what you got for grubs? Kind of hungry after all that fighting.
I don't quite have anything on me right now other than dry rations. But perhaps if we search around, I can cook us up a decent meal. After all, waking up in that mortuary has left me kind of famished.
Parisa kind of looks at you all and says, y'all know each other? So where, anyway, it looks like you might need some guiding around Sigil. For a measly 3 gold a day, I can take you around, I can show you the sights. And she like waves her hand off into the distance. and take you to a few of my favorite haunts, my favorite places here. And you might want to have someone nearby who kind of knows the area, in case you step through the wrong portal. You know, send you somewhere you don't want to go. What do you say?
Well, that would be awfully nice of you.
Oh, we all got to make a living, don't we? It's daunting, isn't it? The feeling that everything and everywhere are now at your fingertips. But not to worry. I will not lead you astray. Where do you want to go first?
Back up real quick, though. What's this about wrong portals?
Well, the thing about Sigil is, it's the city of doors. The portals are the doors. There's portals everywhere, leading to here, there, what, underneath, underwhere, under there, over, yonder, and, you know, everywhere. If you don't choose the right portal, you don't know where you're going, you'll end up somewhere you don't want to be, or somewhere you never meant to be, and you never find your way back. However, someone like myself knows all where the best portals are. If you want to get from here to there, I'll take you from there to here, and we'll just slide right through the portal, and we will be good to go.
I suppose some help around would not hurt. The only problem is, I don't quite know where I'm going.
See, this guy gets it. You never know where you're going to go, but you always are where you are.
Well, do you know like a place we could sit down, maybe have a drink?
Some food would be nice.
Well, some food would be nice. Let me see. We can eat some plainer grub. We can get some... No, you don't want to get some ink. We could go to the ambiguous wayfarer, but that's a little far away. If you're hungry now, we could probably go to the grease pit. It's not too far away. And it's relatively cheap, depending on what you want to eat. What do you say?
Well, sounds fine to me.
Someplace close, I guess.
It sure beats that pot pie. As delicious as it was, it did not settle well.
Nice, nice, nice. Let me pull this up for myself.
Yeah, you don't even know it was poison. For all you know, it was so good it just killed you from the absolute
Happiness.
taste of it.
Delicious, so good, you could die for.
I had a pot pie so good that, you know, it was like, I can die now.
Exactly.
Why
Pie so good you slap your grandmama.
That's true. That is very true. So, as you all, I'll move you over there in a second. Let's go back. She starts to take you down some side roads, avoiding some major thoroughfare, and as you guys are walking and she's kind of leading you in the right direction, she says, so what brings y'all to the City of Doors?
That is a very difficult question to answer. Would Katse have a death certificate, or would that just be, since Ryu got it, it would be on him only?
Nope, it would just be in Ryu. Katse would not have one.
I remember waking up in a mortuary. A skull said we were meant to be dead, yet we are not.
So you do remember getting a death certificate, but it's not your name if you're trying to remember it, but you don't have it on your person. You're like, huh, thought I had that.
Okay.
Yeah, you remember all that stuff. But yeah. That's kind of weird. Only people that go to the... Oh, watch out. And she kind of moves you off to the side, and you see a droopy-eyed corpse collector, a little dwarf commoner pushing a cart. in tattered clothing. He dumps a rotten body in the back of a wooden wagon. Says, "If you need a ride to the mortuary, there's room in the back." And he kind of chuckles.
Junior will kind of. Sorry. Junior's will shiver, tossing off some more of the pollen from his wings, and just remark, "Yeah, been there, done that. Don't want to do it again."
And he kind of eyes you strangely and like shakes his head and shrugs his shoulders and keeps on moseying down the road.
We're just gonna yell after him. Excuse me, friend. You wouldn't happen to have dumped us in there last time, would you?
He looks you up and down, and let me see here for a second. Nope, don't recall you at all. But, I mean, if you want to go now, wait, never mind.
I'm good. Somebody screwed up, and I'm trying to figure out who I need to talk to HR about. So, thank you.
Bark. He just like kind of shuffles off, pushing the cart. Parisa kind of continues walking, pointing out things here and there. That's the old building where the kids used to hang out, but it's no longer. It's vacant now. So I wouldn't go in there. The factions started to take over a lot of these places, but a lot of them are run down. And as you guys are walking further on, you get more and more exotic creatures start to not come out of the woodworks, but are just noticeable. Like there's ettercaps, and there's like just mind flayers walking around, and dabases, and weird like 11-foot tall creatures with like half a bush coming out of their head, and even there's little rats running around everywhere. And y'all should be able to see it as they kind of skitter. There's more and more as you go, but it's not like super overwhelming. You just pick them out occasionally, and you can just kind of see like their brain, like a weird brain on top of their head, like their brain is like exposed, as they're like skittering from like building to building. Some of them occasionally run up someone's like pant leg and like onto their shoulder and like gibbers at their ear, and the person like that they're talking to or whatever is like gibbering at. They kind of like nod, and the rat kind of goes back down and moves along. And Parisa kind of points this out and says, "Yeah, you can send a squeaker. That's what everyone's doing. It's like sending a, other places would probably call them pigeons or something. Pigeons. I don't know, sending messages and stuff. It's a super easy way to get messages around the hive. This is the hive, by the way." And she, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, and she like gestures to absolutely everything around currently.
So, why is their brains poking out like that?
That's just the creatures they are, I guess. I don't know. They're called cranium rats, probably because their dome piece isn't on, but they survive okay. They kind of all conjugate in under sigil, which is a rough place to be. As you could probably guess, under sigil is under sigil. Yeah.
I did not know that. Thank you.
Well, this definitely ain't Sylvania, that's for sure. Ain't seen the creatures like this out there in the forest.
Oh, you've been to the Outlands?
I can say I have never seen anything like this around Neverwinter either.
I don't recognize that place.
My last memory was out in Sylvania, and then I woke up on a cold, damn slab in the mortuary.
So you're all from this mortuary place, from the actual, and she like points to, now you can actually see it, hovering, like it's starting to get off in the distance a little bit. But let me, I don't know if this will, I don't think it'll actually show picture of it. Let me describe it to y'all here. Give me a sec. Mortuary. Oh, so you see a menacing stone structure that rises way above the hive, like a corpse from the ground. The towers bear low, gloomy domes with buttresses, bristling with blades and windowless vaults that are clustered around the structure's base. It looks super dark and mournful. You see pillars of like white smoke billowing out of quite a few places, and yeah, it's one of the bigger things here in the hive, unfortunately. Oh my gosh, let me get you over to there. Okay, now let me grab y'all's tokens. Okay. I actually have to move you guys where you have to go. There you go. Yeah. All right, so the grease pit. And as you guys continue on, you see and you smell a lot of like crazy scents that you haven't smelled before. Some really good, some really bad, but a lot of it smells warm, like cooking, but you're not sure exactly what it is. She goes, the flavors of the multiverse converge at the grease pit. And you hear the noisy alley that's brimming with, it seems to be plainer street food. And she says it offers a taste of the outer plains, deep fried meat skewers, sizzle and bubbling oil. There's humongous fungus, and she points to a big, centerpiece, like mushroom toadstool thing. And she says, "Oh, the bog standard. That's pretty good. The bullywugs kind of run that. Slim pickings," and kind of points to like two Aarakocra that are standing next to like a giant beetle-looking thing, little barbecue joint that's pretty good. There's Sugar and Spice is a candy shop owned by an imp. They got some pretty good candy there. The Vine that is run by Dryads. I believe it passed hands about 3 years ago. I haven't eaten there in a long time. I like Make It Snappy. It's like seafood, but it's like a tank, but like there's a portal in the tank, and it goes to like an aquatic demiplane, and it's like whatever. It's crazy. It's so good. A little bit of lemon, a little bit of salt, and everything just tastes amazing. So, and as yeah, there's just a bunch of different creatures from all over the place here. So where would y'all like to test out?
I'm gonna go try some barbecue if you do not mind, and I'm just gonna walk off and kind of follow my nose to the barbecue scent.
That would be here. Sorry, they're currently run by Ettercaps because I couldn't find the Aarakocras that I want. they kind of gibber at you.
I'll give like I'll inhale. Uh, Whatever you are cooking smells very delicious. May I have some? And how much would it cost?
What languages do you speak, Katse?
Common, Druidic, Dwarvish, Goblin, Orc, and Sylvan.
Yeah, they kind of speak in a mix. They throw in like Sylvan words here and there while they're speaking to you, and they like point, and you get across like the hook and claw special, and you see that you can. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, so it looks like a giant like keg claw. It's kind of like a how do I explain it? Like a cockroach that's like 1,000 times bigger than a cockroach. So it's probably just bigger than like, bigger than like your fist, and it's like a claw.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got like a hook at the end of it. And you catch like 2 gold. Is what they say.
I'll reach out and into my coin purse and pull out the 2 gold coins and hand it to him.
And they thank you. And they hand you over the hook and claw special. Why is that? It's you basically eat it like a lobster claw. It's rather meaty, but it tastes like doesn't taste dirty, but it's like gamey and a mix of like deep sea fish that's been out for like a day in like temperate weather, and then like chicken mix. It has a taste, but it's decent.
Unique taste.
It's unique. Yep. And
Sylvan, I will compliment them on the quality of the meal.
And they kind of chitter each other, and you hear more in Sylvan. If you're not going to buy anything else, get moving. They tell you to kick rocks.
Yeah.
And Parisa continues on with you. That would have been here, and you jump back. Where else y'all want to go? Ias is kind of eyeing everyone. Kelmir, you want to go inside this area here? That would be. Okay. You want to go inside the building, or was that just the token moving? Like, because
no, that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of messed that up.
No, you're good. So, let's see. Humongous fungus is here. She pointed out sugar and spice is here. The make it snappy is here. Bog standard, I think, is right over here. The vine might be here. Anyway, where y'all thinking? She goes, well, what are you looking for?
As Yaris is very small and childlike, and he's just, I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but he just kind of floats everywhere.
Okay.
He goes. He's not really
Nice.
like walking. He just kind of floats.
Nice. Nice.
As he is a fairy, but he's just gonna kind of meander over here to the toadstool and try and hop inside here.
Let me. You should be able to go in, but let me reveal the area for you.
There.
Yes. That would be humongous fungus Myconid operated sandwich parlor. You see a few Myconids, dryads around, and you also see a few commoners and stuff just kind of eating away at some tasty, like, found veg type stuff. And there's like nice bread and stuff. What language do you speak?
I can speak Celestial, Common, Druidic, Elvish, and Sylvan.
I think Sylvan would probably be the closest thing that they would push. I mean, they speak Common too, but they have a mix of like their own language, and they mix it in with other. That's kind of how everyone, you kind of notice around the hive more that you talk to people. They use their own language, but they also mix in like common languages in like weird sentence fashion, where you'll catch some of it or most of it, but some you'll have no idea what they say, just enough to like get the point across. It's how pretty much everyone will talk. Yeah. All right.
Looking around, I'll ask whoever's operating. Looks like they're working around there.
Yeah, there's a tall dryad right in the
if
middle there.
If I can get a little bit of everything on a platter.
Okay.
Big old platter.
And in like Sylvan and a mix of Sylvan, mix of Common.
Like a mix of everything that they're speaking, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. They say, that'll be, let's see, let me add it up. A little bit of each.
Yeah.
That'll be, 4 gold. Just kind of wispy voice comes out of the dryad there.
I'll reach into my pockets and pull out the 4 gold and plop it down.
Yep. After a few minutes, they're kind of like working around that center table, so it's kind of like Hibachi Grill. They're like making everything as they go. Smell like mushrooms and like you smell of bread and you smell like noodles and stuff like that. And they put down a plate in front of you, and you see 4 different things: a sizzling grilled, a piece of everything, a sizzling grilled sandwich packed with truffle infused mushrooms and topped with rich oozing cheese like fungal spread. And they point at it and they say, this is the mushroom meld. And then the next thing over, they say, this is a spore stuffed flatbread. It is a warm and fluffy bread filled with earthy spiced mushroom paste and toasted over an open flame. And then they point at the next thing over. That's a hearty noodles in a thick umami-rich broth brewed from underdark fungi. The nightcap noodles. And then right beside that, little bite-sized deep-fried puffball mushrooms that kind of emit a soft glow. These are the glow cap poppers.
Being a druid and from Sylvania, or having lived in Sylvania for a while, would I know if any of these would be harmful to eat?
Give me a nature check.
Or is everything a nature check?
Yep. Take a nature check. Well,
it's a 5.
So your memory, you're trying to recall Sylvania, and most of it is bits and pieces. You're still trying to recall even the generic bit of being out in Sylvania, like in the woods, and trying, like, that's about as far as you get, and it's hard to even latch on to specific pieces, foliage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just can't connect the two. But they're selling it for you to eat, so you're sure to be okay.
Safe to assume.
You're sure to be okay.
With everything looking as good as it is presented, I'll start digging into it.
Okay. So, can you roll me a 1d4? Or, you know what? Tell me the first thing you're going to eat first. The mushroom meld, the spore stuffed flatbread, the nightcap noodles, or the glow cap poppers.
Glow cap poppers.
Okay.
I definitely chose the wrong place to eat.
It's run by buzzards. What do you expect? So the glow cap poppers, they taste delicious. They're deep fried puffball mushrooms. They kind of melt in your mouth, but with a little bit of a marshmallow push to them. You can catch out of the corner of your eye, like the down corner of your eye, as you're eating. Is anybody else in there with him?
No.
Don't think so.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
I would have just been eating my stuff.
They will notice for when you speak for the next 10 minutes, your mouth will faintly glow, will faintly illuminate the same soft glow that the glow cap poppers give off.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah,
Complete darkness, Jen smiles, and you see the smile glow.
but yeah, you continue to eat. Everything tastes pretty good. Everything tastes on par for the description, actually, which is good. These guys seem like they're on the up and up, and they're trying to serve some good, honest, fungal food.
Chew.
Nice. As you were doing that, Kelmir, is there anything, as you continue walking, is there anything anywhere you would like to stop and give a shot?
Kelmir, last prize. Is there anywhere that has any vegetarian options?
Well, yeah, there is the humongous fungus. There's the vine, which is in the back over. Hang on, let me look. The vine. If you're looking for something sweet, sugar and spice, has some nice little candies that you can try out if you'd like.
Ooh, that sounds good too. I think I'll just head over to the mushroom place.
Okay. So as you head in, you see the same description that Jinyara saw, and he's just now getting his food, and he's starting to slightly dig in a little bit. And you see his mouth slightly start to glow a little bit.
As he enters, I'll give him a big ol' smile and wave him over.
Why, Jen, that stuff sure looks good.
Oh, it's fantastic! I'll say with a full mouth and glowing mouth and stuffing my itty bitty body with all this massive amounts of food.
Nice.
I just literally ate his weight.
I'll sit down next to him and look over. I'll be like, I'll have what he's having.
The triad kind of nods and says 4 gold.
All right, here you go.
And as he's starting to make his way through the last couple bits there, you're brought out a platter, a poo-poo platter of mushroom meld, spore stuffed flatbread, nightcap noodles, and glow cap poppers. And it all looks delicious. What do you think you're eating first?
I'm gonna probably pick up the mushroom meld and start tearing into that.
Okay. It is delicious. It's like a kind of like a grilled cheese a little bit, but it's very earthy, very umami flavored. You get the sense of like that dark truffle like hint, and like the cheese that's oozing out is very earthy, and it's good. It's good. Okay, for the next 1 hour, eaters. So it currently would just be the two of you because you both ate the same thing. Within 30 feet, when you guys are within 30 feet, you gain telepathic communication for 1 hour.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Wow, Jan, this stuff really is good. As I'm just stuffing my face.
I'm doing the same thing, stuffing my face, just reply back. Yeah, it's fucking fantastic. Amazing.
They're both unknowingly telepathically communing each other while everyone else is hearing.
They're just making like weird like eye contact with each other, quietly munching away. The dryads understand why, though.
Do you think Catsy liked his weird dead bug meat?
Oh, he kind of got rushed out of there, but I assume anything's good to him.
Kind of. I guess so. It kind of looks just like they were basically serving it off the ground, but to each their own.
I mean, he is bugbear. I ain't ran into too many of them, I'll be honest.
What do you think? How long do you think this guy's going to be with us?
Oh, hard to tell. I mean, he's been with us for about as long as Kayada was, so that's a good start.
Well, I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Give him an hour.
Shoot. Might have to keep a close eye on that one. Try and keep him alive a little bit longer.
Yeah, well, do our best anyway.
Yeah, do our best. As I'm just stuffing my mouth with more poppers.
Nice. Right. So as you guys kind of finish up eating, Parisa is kind of talking Katse and Ias's ear off a little bit about the hive and different places to go, and like points out certain places to stay away from, how the portals work. And essentially she says to Katse and Ias that, see, the portals have keys, and the keys could be anything. It could even be like I don't know, like a certain type of flower that you just hold up to the portal and it takes you to a certain other end portal somewhere, or you have to speak like a key phrase and it'll take you where it's got to go. Every portal's got a key, and they could be absolutely anything. So it's not just one thing to know where a portal goes or where it is. It's another thing to actually know how to get through that portal properly, or else you could end up somewhere you don't really want to end up, or somewhere you didn't plan on going. You know what I mean?
I will have to keep that in mind, just to avoid any unpleasant issues.
Don't worry, I'll take you through some portals. There is this place, if y'all are free later. It's one of my favorite places to just kind of go. But they have this thing going on. Not at the minute. She like kind of looks at this weird watch type device, and it's like glowing, and it has like how do I put, like a hologram type deal, right, that pops up from her wrist. They don't have it really going on just yet, but when it does, I'll get you all over there if you'd like. There's some fights going on, and you can play some bets. I always like to gamble a little. And she kind of leans in and whispers that little bit at you.
I cannot say that I have anything better to do.
I just kind of perks up a little bit at
Here
that.
fight.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so looking at him, you can tell he built like a brick shit house. Kind of like you are, actually. But this dude's wearing like all this type of like armor and a helm and everything. And it looks like he's kind of like gladiator-ish. So it looks like he'd probably be good in like some kind of fighting pits or something.
Mm-hmm.
So as you all finish up, if y'all are done getting some food.
Yeah.
Nice.
Before we go, I'll say while we were sitting there, eating our food, Kelmir will pull that book out he found in the mortuary and start leafing through it. Well, he has time to sit down for a minute and actually look at it.
Perfect. Yeah, as you look through it, you gain that intel from it about the in the manifesto about the Heralds of Dust, how they're called the Duskers, and they believe in true death, and that we're all already dead. So they aim for true death, and they always have like skeletons and zombies and stuff underneath work for them. They run the mortuary, obviously, where you guys were. And true death is a transcendence to a state of being beyond the multiverse. Yeah, so they... Let's see. Yeah, everything that I sent you is what you find out. And just kind of looking it over. So if you want to share that with your buddies, you can in whatever way you want. If you want.
I'll keep it to myself for now. I'll just kind of like, oh, these guys are kind of weird, and stow the book away and head out.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay, let me pull this up here. And she takes you, she continues down the road, and she beckons y'all to follow. She takes you down alleyways and whatnot, through thoroughfares, kind of moving in and out between people. Let me pull this up here. Okay. Just making sure I am where I am. As she's telling you this, as you guys are moving through places, I'm gonna move you guys to a new map. Actually, she explains where everything is. I know it might start pixelated, but if you zoom out a lot, you will find...
Yeah, I had to go full zoom out.
Yeah, you will find where you guys kind of are. You guys are actually over down at the bottom. Yep. Right down here.
Oh.
Yep.
Northwest, northeast.
Now the grease pit.
Oh, because
Yep, down the bottom left-hand corner is where y'all are currently at, is the grease pit. So she continues to walk you around a little bit. Back through the hive market. Everything kind of switches and moves. Like the alley that you guys were on, she kind of circles back near it, but it turns out to be a different alley. So you get the kind of gist, and she kind of says as well, things kind of shift here. Not everything's exactly in the same location that it was yesterday, but if you know the way you're walking, that you'll get where you want to go.
It's Inception.
Pretty much. Pretty much. It's, if you look at the bottom of the map, the very center bottom, you'll see a torus, and that is essentially what Sigil is that torus. The colors on the map kind of denote like the hive ward is where you are, that's a little bit darker shade. It continues up on the upper, from the bottom left of the map to the upper right part of the map. The gatehouse night market, Fell's tattoos, right? And you got the mortuary over there. That's all like the hive ward and stuff. And then it moves on to different wards as it continues. And the brighter the color on the map, you see where it says like Great Gymnasium, Great Bazaar, Gastronome, stuff like that is like on the upper portion of the torus. That's like, if you guys look up, you can kind of see, yeah, it's like up there, but it's like upside down, but like gravity's working kind of weirdly. Yeah, like Inception, how it like curves up on itself.
The bottom half is darker.
Yep.
Really freaking cool.
Yep. So it takes a little bit to wrap your head around this what she's trying to explain. She's trying to explain all this to you. It's just a representation of like what she's explaining, and we have a map for it. So I did give you guys there. Yep, you guys are there. Good thing I'm not explaining this while you guys are still in the grease pit.
I'm just like,
Be like, yes, we see.
we see.
No, we don't.
So she says, actually, you know what? I mentioned to your friend here, and she points to Katse. There are portals, and she takes you down a little bit of an alleyway, and there is like a door that is, actually, let me change this music. This was very taverny. I gotta fix my playlists here. Well, let's go back to the hive ward. Not quite what I was looking for, but it'll do. She takes you down an alleyway, and there's this, like you see, like cranium rats kind of skitter out of the way a little bit, and she kind of shoos them off, and she points to like a door that is boarded up, and like there's like weird sigil graffiti like across it, like someone tagged it, and she looks around on the ground, and she picks up this like tin can. You catch a glimpse of it, and it says, what does it say? Every flavor grung. And it's like an old tin can that housed some kind of food in it. And she goes, see, things like this. And she like takes it up to the door and like pushes it at the wood. And instead of it crushing against the wood, it like slides through it. And the wood kind of glows like this airy brown. Follow me. And she like steps through the wood, like platform 9 3/4. Do y'all follow?
I do. Before I go in, this place just gets weirder and weirder, and I just walk through.
Since Janoris loves weird things, and this is by far a very weird thing to happen in front of him, he's going to be ecstatic and just zip on through.
Kelmir?
Kelmir will follow suit.
Nice. Just head on through. Well, let me take y'all to another map. Alright, I have to get your tokens. I gotta go find them. Come back. Come back. Alright, let me grab your tokens
Vanish
really
to the
quick.
void yet again.
Where was... Oh, Katse, you're there. Okay. You're already there. Okay. Already put you guys there. That's right.
I'm seeing
Katse's
Pat.
not here.
Oh, yeah, that's
Pat
right.
is.
That's right. Okay, I'm just going to delete all of them. and paste in these ones. There we go. Easy enough. Okay, let me get over to here. Get my notes out. Okay. As you guys go down this alleyway, you see like a couple more eateries occasionally pop up as you go in. They're pretty much everywhere. One place you see looks like it could be a little bit of a temple. Another place looks like it has a tree kind of bulging out of it as you look through windows. And she continues on as you guys continue further. Oh my gosh, I'm refreshing this because it did not. I'm getting duplicates again of tokens. It's awesome. Okay, that worked. That fixed it. As you guys continue walking forward and following her, a large creature that has the body of a spider and a back end of a spider and top half of like a drow. You may be familiar with a drider. Kind of is handing out pamphlets, and he kind of goes by over here by Parisa and continues on and like hands something to Ias and Kelmir and says, "We're having something at the Shattered Veil in about 3 days. If you'd like to come and join the ritual, it will be fun." And he like hands you a pamphlet for it and continues on past Katse.
Oh, I do love fun.
Yep. You're being invited to ritual at where was Shattered? I lost the name. Give me 1 second. 3 days time at the Shattered Temple. At the Shattered Temple. Okay, let me get back to where you guys are. I have to keep changing my map to get this name. Okay. Yep. And Parisa says there's a lot of people that kind of do that a lot. You'll get a lot of things like that. And she like points out the Dabbas right here kind of is kind of standing off to the side, kind of floating a little bit in the air. Kind of, they work for the Lady of Pain, and they don't keep the peace. They record and they tell her what's going on. They pay them no mind, I guess. As you continue on, you see right here, standing off and kind of looking at everyone, it says, "Ah," and looks at Jen and says, "The sheer vibrance of your presence. I must capture it. But how? Would you all care to sample some sensory libations?"
Jen will float over and be like, "What you got? What you selling?"
"Well, I am Lady Euphoria Voss." And she kind of stands off a little bit and says, "My stone," and she holds up a stone in her hand. "It yearns for something unique. A sensation unlike any before. It just needs to experience it." And Parisa kind of stands off to the side. And she kind of gestures to over in this area near this message board. There's a child that is kind of crying and looking at the board. And they're holding like a broken toy in their hand. And she kind of points off to the dude off to this way, right beside her. It looks like a minstrel, maybe kind of nervous, trying to perform as people walk by, but no one's really paying them much attention. And it seems like they're kind of new to the music scene a little bit. And she just points off in the general direction. You see, it wants to experience either fear, joy, or serenity. Now, choose what you wish. And if you'd like to, here, hold this. And she hands you, Jen, the this is a sensory stone. Allow it to experience. Will you?
He'll hold out his hands. But about how big is this stone?
It is magical.
About.
So
Okay.
I would say it's probably maybe like 1.5 inches across. It's kind of like a decent skipping stone. So like 1.5 inches in diameter. So it might be pretty big in your hand, but not too
Takes
big.
up the whole hand.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Well, it wouldn't weigh that much then.
Nope.
Cool. Right. I'll take the stone in my hand and guess. Yeah, I'll take the stone in my hand and just kind of see what I feel, what it feels.
The stone has give me an insight check, please.
See how this roll. I hate this dice. I'm changing my dice.
You're getting a jumble
Changing my
of
dice.
emotions. You're getting a jumble of emotions. However, the emotions that you don't get currently are fear, joy, and serenity.
Fear, joy, and serenity.
Yes.
Uh,
And she's asking you to record one of them.
I will choose serenity.
Okay. So
Or attempt to.
how would you like to?
Jinyaris, for the first time since Jinyaris has kind of joined this group and been around with y'all, you'll see him kind of fold his wings up and put his feet on the ground. But you'll also notice that he's barefoot, and as his feet touch the ground, you kind of sense, like, see a metaphysical change of his demeanor just go from the happy-go-lucky, wild, wherever the wind takes me kind of person to a almost Zen Buddha-like figure, very connected with the earth, the ground, his surroundings, and just calm, serene, very connected and rooted.
Rooted. Roll me
Becomes grounded.
nature check with advantage.
With advantage, okay?
Yes.
First one. So 17.
That's good.
Second one is 16. So 17.
It's good. That's very good. Okay. So the stone kind of shakes in your hand a little bit. You have to kind of grip a little tighter just to hold on to it, or else it'll pop out of your hand and go on the, fall on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of walks over to you and muses to you. Says, "Oh, the way the candlelight flickers on your face, the poetry in your heart. That must be, and she closes her hands around yours, both her hands, with the stone clasped in the middle, and says, that must be the pure bliss of serenity. Well done. Thank you, kind sir. And she hands you 2 gold.
As we exchange the rock and the gold, Jen will unfurl his wings and start floating again.
Nice. Nice. And she looks at her or your counterparts. Would anyone care to share fear or joy with me? Anyone?
I look over at Kelmar. You seem the most joyous of us all.
I'll give it a try.
And she hands you the stone, but she gestures she kind of gestures over at the child by the board over there. The joy of a child would probably suit the stone best. As the child is still crying over their broken toy.
I will, make my way. I said, child, hey friend, what's wrong?
My toy broke. My toy, it's broken. And I can't find my family. Oh wait, they left me. I'm an orphan. But my toy is broken.
Well, I can probably help you with the toy, but you're kind of on your own with that no family thing.
And he's crying a little bit. He hands his toy over to you. Please don't steal it. The last ones who tried to help stole stuff from me.
I wouldn't do that, friend.
Okay. Here you go. And he hands over the broken toy. So what are you trying to do?
All right. I first of all, take a good look at the toy to see what exactly is wrong with it.
So it is you know those little ducks that are on wheels with a pull string?
Yeah.
It's like that, but the animal is like a mix between a dragon and a weird fish. It's hard to suss out what kind of animal it is. However, it's missing one of its wheels. And it's just he hands you the wheel as well. It's just broken. One of the wheels is broken on it.
Great. Well, Kelmir will see if he has the ability to fix this toy.
Okay, give me a performance check. As you try to smash the wheel back into place. Smush it. You're just kind of pushing it together.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay.
17.
It takes you a few seconds, but the smushing works. The wheel finds purchase on the little pin that it was supposed to be attached to, and you hear a little shift and a click as it clicks into place, and the kid's eyes kind of grow wide. Did you fix it? As he sniffles.
There you go, friend. All better. I fixed it.
And he puts it down on the ground and he kind of wheels it off in front of you in a little circle. And he starts to laugh and giggle at it, and the stone in your hand kind of like pulses and vibrates a little bit. As it could be capturing the sensory bits. And the kid takes his little duck or his little weird creature and like goes off down the alleyway by himself.
See you, friend. Yeah, sorry again about being an orphan and all that. I'll come back to the lady. Do you think that was enough joy?
And she reaches and she puts her hands over yours with the stone in. Ah, the joy of a child is beyond measure. You have done well, thank you. This is wonderful for the collection of senses. And for your trouble, and she hands you 2 gold and says thank you. And looks over at Katse and says, well, your friends did it. Would you like to gather me my last sense? It is fear. It might be tough if you are brave enough.
I hold out my hand. I will see what I can do to help you.
Okay. So she hands over the sensory stone to you. What would you like to do? There are, as you can see, there are a bunch of creatures, people around, all over the place. Or yourself, or any type of, it's up to you.
Let's see. Could I hold the stone in one hand and in that hand just produce a flame around the stone to heat it up?
You do that. As you do that, you can kind of tell that Lady Vess kind of shakes her head a little bit and says, the stone does not create the senses. It must be taken and given from a source that has the senses. And it's about the experience. As she kind of whimsically looks off into the distance.
Well, I know I should have taken joy. What can I do without just like starting killing shit? Yeah, people.
You do notice the dude off to your left just kind of trying to play a little instrument, but he looks like super nervous, so he could possibly be an easy target. You see a large...
I didn't even see it.
Yep, right beside you there. And you see like I guess you would call him a berserker, down to the southeast of you, down the alleyway. Looks like some kind of drow elf is kind of like slinking in the shadows. To the north, you see just like a regular human female with like brown hair. It's kind of being there. And then to the south east, you see just kind of floating there. Grumpily is like a ghost, like human male, probably in their like passed away in like their 60s or something.
I'll go just the minstrel guy, seeing him nervously play, like, why are you so nervous?
And he looks at you, he says, I am trying to play. Not many people are giving money. I'm trying to busk.
So you are afraid that your music is not appreciated, or that you are not talented enough to earn income.
I just need people to notice me more.
Have you tried playing something?
What was that?
I asked him to try playing
Oh,
something.
okay. So he kind of nervously like looks around, and he starts to play starts out like whimsically, a little bit, notes missed here or there. He doesn't have very good stage presence, but he plays okay. Just kind of nervous.
I'll, I'll just kind of like sigh and shake my head, like, I'm sorry, but I do not think you have what it takes for the musical talents. Perhaps try something else. That's all I can think of. Without attacking, that's all I can think of.
How loud do you say that to him?
Hmm?
How loud? Just like regular voice?
Yeah,
Okay.
like I'm critiquing him.
Are you trying to intimidate him into like, or are you just like giving him
Yeah.
advice?
Yeah, I'm just like with Conce's demeanor, like he's like trying not to be mean about it, but in order to get the stone to feel his fear, he's like trying to be like, "Hey, you suck."
Okay.
Intimidation
Give
roll.
give me an intimidation check. Okay. He isn't super fearful. It doesn't quite come across the way you hope it does. And Lady Vess kind of comes over to you, says, well, the collection of sensory feelings is not for everyone. And she like grasps your hands. And
I'll hand the stone back and apologize.
as she grasps your hands, you see in her eyes, they start to glow slightly. And for a split second, you see like a skull that's on fire with blue flames coming out of this pretty face. Roll me. Let me see here.
On saving throw.
No. You're not gonna die.
Of
I was ready
course.
for it.
You're right. No, roll me. I'm just trying to see. Roll me a charisma saving throw.
Yep. That's about how it goes.
Okay, she rolled low too. You get a deep sense of fear. This frightens the hell out of you. You were taken off guard by this pretty face, and this skull just popped out of nowhere and started flaming in your face. And then, in an instant, snap of the fingers, the face goes back to Lady Vess, and she smiles. She goes, "Thank you for your contribution." And you gather that it was your fear that she gathered. You don't take any damage or anything. You just got scared shitless.
I'll eventually shake myself out of it. Like, I'm glad I could help. Like, kind of stuttering and like all shaking.
I am glad too.
Good thing you wore the brown pants.
And she kind of walks off down the alleyway to the north.
It is
And
mud, I swear.
Parisa just kind of shakes her head and says, there's a lot of stuff like this across all the wards. I mean, you never know who you're going to run into. And just at that moment, that ghost that you noted to the south kind of saddles up beside her and like says, hello to all of you. You see, looks like it's supposed to be a dude, but this is fine. It's fine. Like this ghost there. Would you all care to help me?
Well, what do you need help with, friend?
I see you helped the sensory lady with some of her things. I once was a factory worker. And he kind of drifts through Parisa and comes to like the center of all of you. I have an abnormality. I had an abnormality in my skull, and it was taken after my death. It was taken by the one who owns the bones of night, the Skull Keeper. Would you retrieve it for me so I may be laid to rest?
You want us to get your abnormality back?
I only require my skull.
I think we could do that for you.
That would be greatly appreciated. I will be here waiting.
How would we know which skull's yours?
It has a crack in it that is sewn back together with glowing blue strands of etherealness.
Okay, so now it's starting to sound like it'd be a little more out of place.
Indeed it does. And
what?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, well, we'll see what we can do for you.
Thank you. As they kind of drift off and kind of go back to their spot, and Priest says, you can't agree to do everything for everyone all the time. I suppose you want to go to the Bones of Night.
Yeah, but it's nice helping people.
It sure
This
is.
Bones of Night is too far. And why would we go?
Well, the thing is, in the city, like I said, the portals lead everywhere. So we can get there pretty quickly, actually. If you wanted to go that way, I guess. Or we can continue. I can continue to give you a tour. I mean, I guess I can give you a tour around there. It's just the Bones of Night is by the ditch, and the ditch is kind of like where, how do I put this gently? It's a shithole. It's a shit ditch.
Compared to what we've been going through?
Yes.
Oh. Well,
I don't know about you, but I don't want to be anywhere near them sewers, them shit ditches. Sounds like it would stink.
Well,
I
how
agree with you, Yards.
maybe if we find ourselves by there, we could stop in for this guy's skull quick.
Yeah, if we find ourselves there.
Okay.
Which, speaking of helping people, I'm gonna turn around to the musician and ask him to play me a song.
Let's see if he can. He does not do very well. He tries. He tries.
I look at him. Hey, friend, just keep trying. You'll get better. I promise. And I'll throw 3 gold to him.
Nice. Nice.
I'll give him a pity clap.
Well, I'll just kind of half-heartedly just jump around a little bit.
Nice. Nice.
Like we're really into it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Parisa continues. Oh, go ahead. Someone said something. Was it just me? Okay. Guess it was just me. It was just me. All right. So she took you through a portal. Took you over about on the edge. Yeah. To about there. So as you guys, she continues to show you along. The scenery starts to change a little bit. Let me hang on 1 second. It's still a bit dingy, but you start to catch bits of like industrial smog and fumes that blanket this ward. There's bellowing forges, magical refineries, alchemical emissions. Right, there's cobblers, smiths, smelters, stuff like that. She kind of tells you as you move along. This seems to be kind of like the beating heart of Sigil. Engine of creation that refines raw materials from every corner of the multiverse and making it into things that people want. Continuing on a little further in. Kelmir, can you give me a perception? Well, what's your passive perception?
14.
Okay, yeah, give me a perception check.
Alrighty. $15.
Okay, 15. Oh, it's, it happens. Oh, there we go. Okay. Cameras are back. All right. Let me... You see, I think I have this handout. I'm trying to find it. You notice something. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice a shop sign. And it looks like this. This is what you see. Let me get to it and let me show to players. Okay, so you see a sign above a very modest shopping little store. In the window there's like locks and lock accessories and like little cogs and stuff. The name of this place is called the Hare and Tumbler. And
Elmer would notice that.
yeah, it's called the Hare and Tumbler. Has a little picture of a hare with a lock on it. And you catch that out of your corner of your eye there, Kelmir.
Seeing this sign, would Kelmer remember this sign?
Yes, you would. It doesn't look exactly as you remember it. It looked different. It's on like a metal hanging piece, I guess, like a hanging sign. Before it was just like what you remember it being like a wooden sign that just says Hare and Tumbler Co. Or yeah, Hare and Tumbler Co. It's like just like a wooden sign with it like scrawled on there in front of the door.
Alrighty. Hey guys, I think we should let's go check this out.
Leave.
I'll follow
Leave.
Elmer.
Ding-a-ling-ling, as you step inside, you see a very small shop front, I guess, that has a bunch of little utensils, like little lockpick type pieces. There are a bunch of different tumblers and locks like all over the place, of different sizes, some really tiny, some super intricate, some large and simple. And behind the counter, you see a rabbit folk, Harangon, about mid 30s ish, dark fur that's graying at the tips, well worn leather gloves, and you see like a lockpick like tucked behind one of their ears. Well, welcome in to the Hare and Tumbler. What can I do for you?
Hi friend. What's your name?
Jarek? Jarek Warren.
Jarek?
Jarek. Yep. Jerric.
Does Kelmer recognize Jarek?
Roll me an insight check. There's something about Jarek that's familiar-ish. You can't quite place it. As you step in, wave of memories kind of wash over you of you helping out your father from a young age. Your father having started the business and growing up in there. The shop looks a little different. You remember like you had like lock displayed over in that corner, but now there's different locks displayed like in the front. The way the counter is laid out, it's now shifted to like it's shifted off to the right a bit from where you would like the little swinging little door, right, to get behind the counter is now on the left side when it was on the right side. But you remember everything to do with your in working in that location, being in that location. But this is just different. Do y'all want to buy some locks?
feeling this kind of flood of memories coming in. See Kelmir kind of holding his head, trying to. He's focusing very hard on the memories. Jarek, is my dad here?
And he kind of looks around. Did you lose your father there, friend?
No, he works here.
I'm the owner. It's just me and the kids. You got the right place?
Are you my daddy?
Are you my daddy?
Oh my gosh, I'm clipping that.
Perfect. Love it.
Come here. I am your father.
And no, no. You look to be my age. Did you
Are you sure? His name's Peter.
Nobody here by that name. I mean, not for a really long time, but it's just I own this place, you know.
I'm sorry, friend. Did you say not for a long time?
Yeah, who did you say you are?
My name's Kelmir.
You're pulling my leg, right?
No, friend.
Well, friend, I don't know what you're talking about. Someone's playing a joke. Peter Warren was the founder, and his kid was Kelmir. And he kind of points off to like a dusty old portrait, Harangon that it kind of looks familiar to you. It's gotten a little old with time. Roll me another insight check.
$23.
Okay. This is you
Yeah, that's me.
before the eye patch. Less, a little younger, standing next to an older Harangon graying, that you recognize as your father. Now, if you're done being all weird and such, do you want to buy some locks, friend?
Just one last question. How long has it been since Peter was here?
You mean how long since the store started? That's a weird question. My family's had this for about 4 generations going back now. I think, yeah, about 4, because it would. That young one up on the. That's weird. That young one, with the founder, is his kid. Similar name to yours, I think. Kelvin. You said Kelmir? Could be. I don't know. Names are weird. He's my. He starts to count his fingers. Well, friend, he's my great great. No. Great grandfather? Well, he was.
Uh, so you're my grandchild?
I don't. Do you need help?
You know, I honestly feel like I might.
Yeah.
I'm very confused right now.
Peter Warren is. I'm not sure if I. He's my great great grandfather. And then the younger guy is my great grandfather. And his kids would be my grandparents, but I don't. You gonna buy something or not? I don't. And he kind of looks a bit like shifty and like awkward, nervous a little bit. He doesn't really understand what you're kind of getting at.
Look, friend, I'm Kelmir. What can I do to prove that to you? He's gonna sound very desperate.
As as Jarek is kind of searching for words, Jen will just kind of nudge Kelmir and be like, and kind of whisper to him, just be like, I think we were asleep for a lot longer than we realized down there in the mortuary, or something. I mean, you're giving the poor kid a heart attack.
Giving him a heart attack? How do you think I feel?
Hey.
I don't know. You got tightness in your chest?
Kinda.
Jarek is kind of looking at you guys weirdly and says, look, I'll play along if I don't know what you're trying to do, if you're trying to get a discount, like a family discount or something, friend, but I don't know what to tell you. If I have this, and he kind of goes, like, points off to the the side at like an old like display of like pinion tumblers, and he says, my great grandfather Kelvin Kelbier Kelmar Mir, names are hard, he invented this this type of lock, and he was the only one who knew how to pick it apart, so it just kind of sits on the shelf. So if I'm having I need some entertainment, to be honest, friend. Give this a shot, I guess, and I'll give you a discount if you can open it.
All right. Well, if this will prove to you I am who I say I am, I'll give it a try.
Offer a discount, the bit, I guess. You, with that insight as well, you recognize this lock, and you did indeed. You do remember crafting your own style of like tumbler pinion lock thing that was like it wasn't. Oh, it must have been a couple years ago, if that in your memory wise. But the lock looks like super like worn now and like nasty and grimy and kind of just like there. But you recognize that specific lock.
All right. I'll walk over and pick up the lock and attempt to open it.
Okay. Give me a. Are you proficient with thieves' tools?
Let me see here. Yes, I am.
Okay, a rogue that's proficient with thieves' tools. Look at that.
Figure that one out.
Yeah, I've seen it not happen. Give me a dex check, but add your proficiency bonus to it, and at advantage.
Okay, so a dex check.
Yep.
Efficiency. There's a 2. What would my proficiency bonus be for that?
It should.
Right there at the top,
Yep.
to the left of walking speed.
Left of
Or next to charisma.
Okay, so it'll be a +2. So 18.
Okay. You start to try to pick the lockdown. And you think you've gotten it just right. But you can't seem to get it. It's pretty worn. Do you want to give it another shot? The Jarrett kind of looks at you and he goes, This is fun, friend. I enjoy watching people try to pick locks that probably can't be picked. But, you know, it's fun.
Yeah. Kelmir's going to get a look of determination in his face to prove this guy wrong. Yeah, he'll give it one more shot.
Okay. Give it a shot.
Is this one regular or also at advantage?
No, at advantage. Yep.
Okay. Come on, baby. Ooh. All right, so it'll be 23 altogether?
Yep. So he's watching you. He's just about to take it back. And you pop the lock. And he stops, like, in his tracks. And he says, Huh. That's...
Hey, friend?
That's a neat little trick you did there with your utensil, with your tool there, friend. Not much of a family secret if other people know how to do it. Did you... and he kind of looks like weird, like kind of thrown off a bit. So I'll give you a 10% discount, and you're like super interested in this, in my great grandfather. Did you want to know more about him, or like, I'm not really sure what your game is, friend. It's not cool to play around with people's family and stuff. I'll give you the discount because I agreed to it. But I could tell you more if you want, I guess. Since you're interested in my family. That's so weird.
Kelmer's kind of discouraged. He's like, well, friend, I guess you could tell me more. My memory's kind of foggy right now.
Not really sure what to do with that info, friend. Anyway, all I remember is that great grandpappy Kelvin Kelmar names are hard. Great grandpappy, he was starting to take over the business from founder Peter, and as far as I can remember, he vanished without a trace. he hasn't been around. He just vanished. I think if I remember correctly from our stories.
So nobody knows what happened to him?
Well, friend, if they did, I mean, he wouldn't, have vanished. Or, like, he would have come back, I guess. They would have had a trace or something.
Well, thank you, friend. I guess we'll be going.
Did you want that 10% discount, friend? Or are you gonna rain check it, or?
Well, I guess we're here. What do you have?
We have a bunch of thieves' tools. Well, just not really thieves' tools. I'm sorry. And he kind of says that we're not really supposed to call them that. Lock fixing tools. And we have locks that are very good, and all of our locks are good, but some are for more like if you want like a door locked, some are like if you want a chest locked, some are want like if you want like an armory locked or like a bank locked. We have the simple locks and the very intricate locks.
Okay.
If you're interested. What do you say, friend?
So you guys will see Calmir, and he's there, but he's really not there. He's just almost on autopilot. Just that's everything, friend. I don't think I need anything right now.
Hey, friend. You can come back, and I'll be here. But word to the wise, friend, if you're trying to get a discount, I wouldn't use people's family in it. It's super weird and creepy. One earfolk to another.
Yeah, you got the super weird and creepy part right, friend.
No.
Thank you.
All right, friend. Have a good day. Thanks for shopping or stopping by the Hair and Tumbler.
Bye.
Yes.
As assuming we're all leaving, as we leave, Jen will be the last one out, and he'll toss a gold coin to Jarek and kind of mouth the words without actually vocalizing, but just say like, "Sorry, we're fucked up. No memories."
I'm gonna come back sometime. And he like takes the coin and he's like, just like in his own thoughts, and his expression is bewilderment, I guess. Yeah.
So as soon as
Come
we
back
get out the
sometime.
door,
No.
yeah, as soon as we get out the door, Kelmir is gonna start just freaking the hell out. Guys, something's really wrong. That's my dad's shop, and he's trying to tell me it's not. And I've been gone for a long time, but I'm right here, and I don't know what's going on. Like he's just having like a full blown just panic attack in the middle of the street, just freaking out.
I'm sure Ias would do this.
I'm gonna.
Ias slaps you across the face and says, "Get yourself together, man."
But I don't know what's going on.
I was gonna try and tell you, but that's so much better.
Parisa kind of
It's all
just
right.
like waiting outside
Well-
for you guys. Go ahead, sorry.
It's okay, Kelman. We'll find out eventually. Something's definitely not right here.
And
What? I just don't know anymore. I was so excited to see my dad, and he's been gone for such a long time.
Jen will turn to what was her name? Prius?
Parisa.
Parisa. And
She doesn't know what's going on.
he'll
She's like,
pose-
what the hell's going on with you guys?
Jen will ask her, what year is it exactly? About what year is it?
Well, it's if I remember correctly, it's kind of hard to gauge years here, but probably like 1927 DR, I think, give or take. I don't know. Yeah, roughly.
1927 DR.
Yep, pretty sure.
Well, that can't be right. 'Cause when I came to the Outlands, it was 2041 DR. I'm not even supposed to be here.
And she like looks at you. And goes, y'all, time is a weird thing. Are you? She looks over. She like whispers. She's like, "Are you serious?"
Well, and Junior will kind of scratch his head and mull it over and really, really think about it with what just happened with Kelmir and his story, and he'll just kind of say, well, hypothetically speaking, when I came to the Outlands, it was 2041 DR. Kelmer's saying that it just his latest memory was that was his dad's shop, and the guy, the kid in there said that it was 4 generations ago, so maybe it's his future, my past, and do portals do time travel here?
And she looks like kind of, for the first time, kind of like awkward, like nerves kind of off. No, just locations. The multiverse is pretty wild. It's not uncalled for, although it would be very rare. I'm not sure I know how to answer any of those questions. Maybe somewhere in the ladies' ward might be able to help you.
Ladies' ward.
Yeah.
I kind of like the sound of that.
She points off, like up and away, the upper part of the Taurus. Well, that's the Institute for Intellectual Excellence. Maybe the Planar Energy Co-op. I don't look. To be honest, I mainly stay around the Hive, Market, and lower wards. I really don't go into the lady ward that much. I could probably show you how to get there, take you there for a little bit more gold. They don't, I don't know, they're snooty. They don't pay well.
John will turn to Kelmir. How's Kelmir's mental state now? Is it a little better? Is he still freaking out?
I don't know. How you feeling, Kelmir?
No, you look over at Kelmir and he is just like staring at the ground and just mumbling to himself. Just he's not even paying attention to what's going on in this conversation.
Jen okay, so with that, Jen will kind of float in front of him and get up to his face level and just reach back one childish size hand and just whack. Yeah, you with me? Come on now. Come on back now.
He'll stop mumbling and look up at you, but there's like he just has like tears streaming down his face, and he does not say anything to you.
As you're like having this exchange, like this drow looking guy with like gray skin, white hair, and like a hood, kind of like walks by and glances over you guys as he walks by. He's got like tattoos on the side of his face, and he just like shakes his head and just keeps walking.
Come on now, you're making a scene. Let's go to this institute for educational goodness or whatever it's called. Maybe we can find us some answers there about why you're not where you're supposed to be. Why I'm not where
We
I'm supposed
certainly
to be.
will not find them here.
Yeah,
Let's go there.
he won't he won't give you any indication that he heard what you're saying, but he'll follow along with you.
Katsa is like the entire time he's like trying to somewhat console him, but like like kind of small pats on the back and just like, I don't know what to do, but I just want to help.
Harissa kind of like, all right then. It kind of perks up a little bit. I think the closest portal is not too far away. I haven't used that portal in a really long time. We'll have to go check it out. Hopefully it's still there. They like to move sometimes. So then she starts to lead you further on back toward the Hive District, or back deeper into the Hive District. So you guys walk probably, I don't know, about 25 minutes, half hour. While you guys are walking, is there anything y'all want to talk about or do like talk about or anything?
Keep Kama from losing his shit completely.
I think being a planar philosopher background.
Yep.
I think Jen's just gonna kind of contemplate on the information that has transpired in front of him and try to see if he can't come up with some sort of like explanation with what little knowledge there is of how the portals and the planes work, and obviously his memory loss and all that. But try to see if there isn't like an instance that he can recall reading about of something similar happening.
Okay, let's see here. You took... let me scroll down there. Chaotic outer plane, okay. Got it. I'm gonna have your roll here. Your choice. Either history or insight?
I think he'll try to get some insight on their situation
Okay. Yeah.
as he's thinking, so I'll roll an insight on this one. That'll be 14 total.
Okay. Not bad. Mm. So you catch memories and histories that you read of like portals and how they work going from one place to another, but you haven't really heard too much about like time jumping. It's only the only thing you can recall, relatively speaking, about stuff like that is when there's like a glitch in the multiverse itself. But you didn't really delve too much into it because it was sort of outside planar travel. It was more multiversal. I know, philosophy, right?
Yeah.
It was more like theoretical type stuff. You could probably gain more insight from someone who might know a little bit more about it, if you were to ask around the right places and people.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 Like in the disparity between what you thought and what he thought, it's not quite adding up. It's kind of chaos at the minute going through. We're trying to link things like that together.
There's information A and B, but no linking them. Missing the
Yep. Mm-hmm.
like a Venn diagram. You're missing the what's in the middle.
Yep. Exactly.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah. Anybody else conversation wise?
No,
Nope.
I can't really do anything.
Okay. Paris is leading you along, and she comes to this like dilapidated house, like a warehouse, and outside there are standing outside there are two Eder caps. So kind of what was actually selling at the barbecue joint. They're like large purple blubberish creatures with like big pincers in their mouth. They kind of look at you guys and chitter to each other, and Priest says, all right, so there's a portal inside this building we have to get through. Excuse us. And they like chitter. And the ones who speak like Sylvan kind of catch and a little bit of common, so it's like a mix. So y'all should be able to hear it. They say, this is our place. You're gonna have to pay to get through.
Well,
And she
the
kind of like
cost?
looks at you guys. They look at each other. They say, 5 gold each.
Well, that's just highway robbery. 5 for the lot.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh boy, I am not charismatic at all.
You can use your inspiration to give you advantage.
Whew. I'm gonna let it roll. An 11.
Okay, they say 10 for the lot. So there's 5 of y'all. So it's like 2 apiece. Parisi's got to pay her way too.
I'll kind of look around and be like, yeah, that sounds more reasonable.
Okay.
And I'll just reach into my pocket, pull out, and cover the cost for the group. And
Got it.
I'll look at Parisa and just be like, this can come out of your fees, right? And I'll just kind of wink and give a half-hearted chuckle of maybe I'm joking, maybe I'm not.
Right. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I'll give him the 10 gold and.
Okay. Let me get y'all. Okay. Yeah, standing outside. Let me hide a little bit of this. Oh, not that. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Just kidding. Okay. Stepping inside. You guys just inside the door, kind of there. Inside you see a warehouse that's full of like boxes and crates and stuff. And as soon as you guys enter, let's get you all in here. There's a guy off to the left. He kind of walks beside you guys, and he like flips a switch, and the door behind you locks. And he says, "All right, everything you got, give it up." And he pulls like a dagger out and gestures at you guys.
I look at him, I kind of smirk and jokingly say, I hardly doubt my possessions are worth that tiny dagger.
Okay. And he swings the dagger at Katse. For a natural 1. And speaking of
his arms.
Yeah, speaking of that, we're gonna roll for initiative. Roll for initiative.
Oh yeah. I was hoping for a high number.
All right, so we're gonna do something a little different. Oh yeah, click your. All right, let me.
Yeah,
yeah,
click first.
Yeah, let me add you to the turn order. Add turn. Jen, add turn. Okay. Okay, let me get... I think you can edit your own turn order number, or your initiative roll.
Looks like it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen if you hover over it.
Yep. Second. Okay, Kelmir, you got a 9. Okay. Me. Second. Okay, a little bit of combat there. Let me order these in the correct way. Okay, as the agent here, this dude swings a dagger at Katse. He misses. Katse, you are up, and then Ias will be on deck. They're trying to get your money.
I look at him and my red eye or my eyes start like kind of glowing as if they're like about to catch fire. I look at him and is like, that was a very poor choice. And I invoke Flame Blade.
Okay.
And swing a blade of flame fire at him.
Oh,
nat 20.
That is a nat 20.
I will definitely. That was definitely a very bad choice on his end.
So for damage is roll. Roll the 2 dice.
It should automatically do that.
Yeah, it should automatically do it, and then add the base.
I just rolled the 3
to it. So
it's a 3d6. So
add 6.
13, so 19.
So 19. So this dude, you slash this dude with this flame blade. He catches fire, and he immediately gets thrown back into the pile of wood, and he's dead. He's gone.
I look at the one in front. So all of your possession, and then I end it there.
Well, okay. Ias will walk up to this guy, take out his longsword, and say, "It was unwise of you to challenge us." He will swing his longsword for a 22 to hit. And that's going to be 7 points of slashing damage. And he is going to pump a Divine Smite into it as well. Okay. And he will take a total of radiant damage. Okay. Yeah. What number is that? Jesus. Math. 16 points of damage. You're looking super duper hurt. That's end of Ias's turn. This guy, the other bandit dude, will look and say, "We got a problem out here," and he'll yell over his shoulder. As he's looking real hurt, he'll try to swing back with the long sword that he's holding in his hand. Oh, sorry. That's 18. Does that hit Ias? It just misses. So he would take 1 point of glancing blow damage as it just misses. Okay, that's the end of. And he'll stay where he's at. Let's just do this. Parisa backs away. She does not want anything. She's not involved. She doesn't like fighting. She's not gonna fight. Jen, you're up. Kelma, you're on deck.
All right. Jen will draw his scimitar and take a flying run at this guy here. And
Okay.
attempt to stab him.
Let's see it.
15.
That hits.
All right, and then it's going to be 6 slashing
Okay.
damage. Yeah.
He slash into him, and he goes down.
And as Genyaris is flying through the air at him, he's just gonna yell out. The first time any of y'all have ever heard anything like this, he's just gonna yell, "I am Yaris, guardian of woodland yore! Challenge me and hear nature's roar!" As it kind of, his scimitar is not a stabbing blade, but it slashes.
Yeah.
Makes contact and slashes with the guy.
Nice.
And I will end my turn there.
Okay. At the end of your turn, if I can see what I'm looking at here. Out of a door down to the south of you. Oh my gosh, where is it? Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. Just south of you guys. Rush out 3 dudes. Let me give them a turn order here. It looks like you guys might have been duped. And you paid for it. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Neat. Seeing these guys come out, Kelma, you're up. Katsi, top of the round, after him. They'll kind of draw their blades and see their buddies. And they yell, "Give us your shit or we'll kill you."
I'll say Kelmer's still pretty out of it, so he's just going to keep standing there, just staring at the floor, and end his turn.
Okay. Katse, you're up.
Seeing Kelmar in this state, he will Katsu will definitely take a stance in front of him to protect him. And then looking at the 3, I will say, "You shall burn for your crimes, thieves," and shoot a scorching ray at each one of them.
Okay. 1, 2.
Ah, yeah.
Natural 20 again. Jesus. Yeah, they all hit.
So from left to right is the damages.
Okay, what's the damage there?
On the first one looks like maybe 5.
Okay.
Second one, 10. And for the other guy, 5 plus the 6, so 11.
Yeah, so the second and the third one look pretty rough. The first one looks like it's hurt a little bit. But they're all still standing. Did some damage. It was good. It's good.
Let's see. Do I have any bonus action? No, I'm good on that front. I'll end it there.
Okay. So that last one is actually going to get a little spooked. He is going to throw a dagger at you, Katse. For a 10.
It misses.
That misses. He's going to take a second one, and he's going to chuck it at the closest to him, Jen. He's going to chuck a dagger at you. For an 8.
Will not hit.
Nope. And he will... he will turn tail, and he will sprint back through the door. Yep. The next one will step off to the side, and he will double dagger Jen. So the first one is a 21, and the second one is a 4.
The first one will hit, the second will not.
Okay. You'll take 2 points of piercing damage. This dagger clips your wing a little bit.
All right.
And he will step up closer. And the last one will just run forward with a short sword, and he will swing at you, Jen, for a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. For... oh shit, plus a modifier. 5 slashing damage.
All right.
It will say, y'all are outnumbered. Give us all your shit. Our buddy's going to get more.
And you... nothing. And you are outpowered.
Roll me an intimidation check. Real quick, Katse.
Can do.
Okay. Here nor there. Ias is up. He'll step forward, and he will once again take his longsword. Is he wearing... let me see. He does have a shield. Okay, that's what I thought. He will swing his longsword at him. For a 17, and that is going to hit. For... Come on. Come on. Come on. Get out of my way. Okay. Jeez Louise. Okay. Sure. That rolled... Oh, that's why. That's why. Okay. Let's see. 10 points of slashing damage from that longsword. And he's looking... Oops. He's looking really rough. He's looking down to his last leg. Next gen, you're up. Kelmel, you're on deck.
Alright, getting kind of scratched up a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and just not really intimidate them, but just be like, oh, now you've done it. And I'm going to use one of my wild shape charges.
Nice.
And I am going to, what they will see before them is as I cast this wild shape, my body kind of slenders out even further and starts to elongate. And as the form takes shape, unfolding before them is a constrictor shape, the constrictor snake, which is a large beast.
Yep.
I
got
and
you.
since that is my action, I will slither.
Green or brown?
We'll go green.
Okay. You said large?
Large.
Okay, let me... I'm just gonna take you off the map for now. You should be able to move.
The snake?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, right there, I'll stick right there. And since it used my action to cast Wild Shape, would I still get an action for the beast, or would I not have that action? Not entirely versed on those rules.
Shape of beast. You can stay in beast shape for 2 hours. While you're transformed. Yeah, that was... no, since it is you, then that is your action. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like a summon or anything like that. It is you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I will... Yeah, I'll just kind of sit right there.
Nice.
Kind of pushing on that guy who's square.
Okay.
I'm sharing.
Yeah, let me...
And that will be my turn.
Let me alt-shift you a little bit. There we go.
Right.
Okay. Neat. Calmere, you are up, and at this point, y'all hear from beyond the doors, "They're here to take our money!"
Alrighty. Well, seeing his buddy Jen get kind of slapped around by these guys a bit, you'll Calmere kind of snap out of his stupor a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's still got that like 1,000-yard stare going on, but he'll step out from behind Katse and he will, okay, so I've never how do I've never used spells in this before, so I want to hunter's mark this guy next to Ias.
Yeah.
Do I have to?
Can you share it to VTT? Display in VTT.
Love Hunter's Mark.
Should be when you click. Yeah, okay. Concentrate, you magically mark one creature within range. So is it this one here?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do green for Hunter's Mark. So until a spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 force damage whenever you hit them with an attack roll. So whenever you do an attack roll, you also have an advantage on wisdom, perception, and survival checks you make to find it. So you're basically marking your prey.
Alrighty. So.
Yep.
Oh, well, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, so I'll pull out my short bow.
Okay.
And I will take a shot at this guy.
Go for it. Let's see it. Yeah, that hits.
21. All right. All right, and then I roll the
1d6. Yep.
Alrighty. Another 5 on top of that.
Okay.
That.
Yeah, that yeah, sorry, I was reading something real quick.
Good.
Yeah, that puts that dude down. It puts him down. You just loose it, and that extra bit of force damage puts him over the edge, and he falls backwards. Actually, we'll say force damage. He gets blown back like 15 feet. Why not?
Yeah.
Cool.
So down.
And
almost
I
far
will-
enough to pin against the wall. Almost.
Yeah. I'll end my turn
Love it.
there.
Okay. Katse, you are up. This dude's looking scared.
10, 15 here. I'm assuming this is a door. Or is there just a door there?
No, so the
It looks
door
like there's doors.
there's a
Or is it just, oh, it's just down there?
yeah, sorry, it's just down here.
Alright, no problem. So,
But you know what? Yeah. Yep, sure. Yeah, those are doors. Those are double doors.
alright. So I'm gonna pretty much run for a speed that just seems like almost unfathomable for Katse. Run up to doors. He's gonna kick the doors in. Tell Parisa to get out of there.
Okay.
Or to get out of here. And
Let me
let's see.
reveal the area for you.
There's 5, 10.
Oh, that just kind of blocked that off, huh?
25. Actually, no, I'll just do the 20 here.
Okay.
And I'm going to summon my wildfire spirit.
Okay.
So it's going to take one of my shapes. Let's see. Is it just like right in front of me? I'm trying to see if it says there's any specific placement.
Should be, I would say, probably within 5 feet of you, around. Or would you like it?
Yeah, I'll stick it right in front of me here.
Okay.
And I'll bonus action it's flame seed at the guy I hit with that. 10 at 20.
Oh, this dude.
The she is. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Will be bonus action. Oh, ranged weapon attack. So +7. There we go.
That hits. Four. Okay. This takes 4 fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I'll look at him and like, I'll leave you to my little friend here, and then take my last 10 movement to go back out, and that'll be it.
Okay. Easy enough. Since did you close the door behind you?
No.
Okay. Okay, so it's still open. You can still see in there. All right. So let me. Let's see you. Where is... Oh, there's initiative. Okay. First one. Okay. Okay. Not say... Okay. Yeah. Easy enough. Ias will rush over to this guy, and he will swing his longsword. At him and try to slash him across for a 14. Just gets him for a 5 points of slashing damage. That will be the end of his turn. Oh, this guy's dead, isn't he? Okay. This dude will try to run back through this door. Ias will get an attack of opportunity. A dirty 20. And he will slash out. Dude's looking pretty rough. Okay. He's looking really rough. So, but he's able to get through. Okay. So he makes it into the room. Next dude will kind of go up near the wildfire spirit, just not really sure what to do about it. And he will say, he will look back over his shoulder and say, Mother, they're in there. And he points toward the doors that you guys are at, and he will take a swing at your wildfire spirit. For a nat 1. He did not do well. Did not do well at all. And that's the end of his turn. Jen, you're up. Kelmy, you're on deck.
Feet of movement, so 5. Oh, no, I wouldn't be able to fit in that single doorway, would I?
Yeah, you can
Right
lengthen
here.
yourself out. So you're,
Okay. Yeah. So
no, you're
then
good.
be 5, 10. Then
Okay.
I'd go through that doorway for 15, 20, I believe, if I counted that right.
Sure.
And then I will take the constrict action on that guy.
Okay.
Which is a strength saving throw. Needs a 12 or better.
Okay. For constrict, does he need to already be resist to grab him to constrict?
So constrict, depending on if he makes the save or not,
If he's grappled,
will determine his grapple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I got you. What's the save? Sorry.
DC 12.
Okay. What is it? What kind of? It's a dex, or
No, strength saving.
oh, strength.
Sorry.
Yeah. I got you.
I would send this to VTT, but it's not giving me that option.
That's fine. So a 19.
17, 19.
Yep.
19 saves.
Add that modifier.
And yeah, so he is not grappled, no damage, none of that.
Oh, okay.
And that will be my turn.
Neat. Kelmir, you are up.
Cool. All right.
Everyone
Can
seems to be
I-
running into the next room.
Can I get past these two here?
Yeah, you
front of
can.
the doors.
You can pass through a friendly square.
All right. So Kelmir will make his way into the room. See this guy.
Yep.
I'll bonus action to move my hunter's mark to this guy.
To
This red guy here. Yeah.
okay. Let me give him hunter's mark. So plus 1d6 force, and you have advantage on trying to find him. Got it. Easy enough.
Ready, and then let's fire a short bow arrow at him.
Let's see it. Yeah, that hits.
17.
You guys are rolling really good.
Yeah.
Dude, you should have seen the stuff that happened yesterday.
Yep.
Oh my
All
god.
right. So what's the damage?
Uh,
Are you using your sneak attack on that?
does it just go automatically?
So you can choose to use your sneak attack. You get it once per turn if you have advantage, or if an enemy of who you're targeting, so an ally, is within 5 feet of them. And the wildfire spirit is technically an ally, so you can choose to use your sneak attack if you choose.
Okay, yeah, I'll use that.
Okay.
And where is? There we go. Another 5.
Okay. Perfect. That puts him over the edge. So you... Oh, let me get rid of that. Right past the wildfire spirit. You're like, oh shit. That's a thing. And you skewer this dude. And he goes down.
Excellent. I'll end my turn there.
Neat. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it up if y'all can see that. It's a large amalgamation, like stingray / roach type creature kind of comes down from the ceiling and moves in your direction, Kelmir. And it like scuttles. Yes, if I should be able to see it now. And it hisses at you. Zoom in, and it second. Oh, it actually won't go that far. Sorry. It'll stay about there. I'll be one back right there. It will like a web kind of will shoot from it, and it will try to let's see. Just reading this. Sorry. Okay, it'll try to sling you up in it. Let's see. For a 9 on the first spurt, I guess. And
9 to hit?
Yeah.
Okay. That misses.
And on the second spurt, a natural 20.
Well, that definitely hits.
Yeah. Jesus. Okay. Let me add this up here. So double the dice plus base. Okay. Hang on. 44 points of necrotic damage.
Well, it definitely does it.
Okay. Are you down?
Oh,
Are you still up?
Yeah. No, I'm down.
Okay, so you are going to go into death saving throws. Let me put a little marker on you. Death saving throws. Okay. And he can't bite. Okay. Yep. Easy enough. And he will pull you slightly towards him since you are tangled up in his spurt web. His shadow web. That is the end of its turn. Katse, you just saw all this happen. You're up.
5, 10. Yeah, it should be. I'd be able to get that thing that's within a 15-foot cone of me, right?
15-foot cone? It should
Yeah.
be. Let me check. Yep. Sure
right.
is.
My action is that Kelmar is getting a cure wounds.
Nice. Kelmar, 13 points of healing.
Working stupid. I don't know what's going on with my mouse. It's being all sorts of stupid.
That's okay.
Wheel.
It happens.
And then bonus action, my little fire spirit's gonna spit a seed at that thing.
Okay. That hits. That definitely hits.
He'll
I kind of put my hands on Kalmar to bring him up. Or no, what is the Cure Wounds isn't a touch, is it?
No, I think healing hands is touch.
Okay, yeah. I raise my hand out towards Kalmar, and a bright, gentle green energy starts slowly flowing into him. And then I whisper to my fire spirit, and then it spits the seed at the creature. And
Nice.
that's where I end it.
Let's see if I have that. Nice, nice, nice. There you go. I got it. I had to make it happen.
I completely forgot about the effects.
Yep, we got effects.
Completely forgot about the effects.
Do y'all have access to the effects?
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Yes.
So feel free
they were even a thing.
feel free to use them. Because I forgot. This is up. He can't follow the snake, so he will move. Oh. Come on. Come on. Okay. There. 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 He will just come inside the door, and he will take one of his javelins that he has, and he will hurl it at this creature for a 12 to hit, and that does miss. That misses. And that's all he is going to be able to do at the minute. That's the end of his turn. This dude would turn around, look at the snake, scream because it tried to grapple him and constrict him, and he will take his short blade and he will swing down and try to chop off the snake's head, because that's what you do, for a 12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
Okay. And he will attempt to run inside the room. And you get an attack of opportunity if you would like to take it.
Yeah, I'll take it, which would be the bite. For 9 to hit.
He dodges out of the way of your bite, and he gets inside the room. He will run this way, and he will get over about, how far was that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He'll get there. And that is the end of his turn. This dude is dead. Let me just move him out of the way. No, you know what? I'm going to put his body next to all the other bodies in the other room, because that sounds fitting. Nice.
Just Parisa just collecting them.
Yep. Just a
I
pile.
that.
Yeah, she's watching the dead bodies. It's okay. She is freaked out. Is there anything else you would like to do? Oh, wait a minute.
Turn.
No, that's still his turn. Yeah, it's your yeah. It's your turn now.
Okay, so
That reaction took me off guard for a minute. Well, I will say, when you guys get into the other room, those boxes, the shelves and stuff, they're like shelves and stuff. So if you want to try to clamber over them, it would be difficult terrain.
Okay. So that would be 10. I'm gonna stretch out and go through them.
Okay.
For my movement.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try and bite this dude again.
Go for it. Jesus Christ.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Little anaconda up in here.
Let's see the rolls.
So it's double the dice plus base. Base is 1d8 plus 2.
So it would just be the base
So-
dice. So just
Yeah.
just plus 8.
Yeah, so off that roll, 5 plus 8 is 13.
Nice. Yeah, that dude's
Yeah.
done. Like, you snap at him.
See him
And
fall.
he is bleh. He gone.
Nice.
His jugular has
Alright.
just been ripped out by a snake.
Yeah. Alright, and I will. Let's see, what was that? 5, 10, 20. I'll just use the last bit of movement to actually be in this, like,
Okay.
aisle, I guess you could call it.
Sure. Sure.
And that ends my turn.
All right. Kelmir, you went out, you came back. You are still, I will throw this at you. You are, let's see, you are grappled. Let me put a little thing on you here. I don't know. Yeah, sure, that one. That actually sounds really good. Time destroyed. Let me just make sure. So you have advantage. You have disadvantage on attack rolls against any target other than the grappler. So there's only one target there. So you roll regular.
Alrighty.
Your speed is 0, and you can't go any further. So you gotta stay where you are.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Yep.
Don't want to get any closer to that guy. Would I have I would have a level of exhaustion, right? Since I got downed.
Yeah, you would. Yep.
Okay. How do I add that?
So you go into conditions. Next, under your hit points. And you just scroll all the way to the bottom and click the 1 for under exhaustion.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, let me see here. Kelmir is going to fire another short bow shot at this guy.
Okay.
Well, I guess the first one at this guy. 12.
Choo. Zooms right by him. That misses.
Well, crap. That's gonna be my turn there.
Okay. The creature will shoot its shadow web at Katse for a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
I was gonna see about 1 sec. Reaction Spanish. No, it only gives +2, so that still would hit.
Okay. You take 6 points of necrotic damage. He rolled like shit.
Yeah.
Rolled super duper low. Okay. Roll me a strength check. A strength saving throw, sorry. Strength saving throw.
Energy man.
You're grappled. Let me add the condition for you. And then he will move closer to Kelmir. And he will try to bite Kelmir. For a 14 to hit.
Ooh, meets it, beats it.
Okay. You will take 8 points of piercing damage and 17 points of necrotic damage.
Ah, Jesus. Okay. Oh. I'm down again.
Down again. Okay. And it will attempt to back up. Katse, you get an attack of opportunity as it starts to move away. If you would like to take it. Okay.
Yes, I would. Swing my scimitar at it.
Do it. Oh, that hits. Very nice. What's the damage? 9. Nice. Get a little thwack at it. And chop some of its interior webbing away. And it makes a weird screechy sound as it moves away. And it's going to try to pull Kelmir closer. You're on death saves, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Up to it's gonna pull you right up against him. It's taking you back to the nest. And as it starts to take you back to the nest, that is where we're going to end tonight's session. As Kelmir, unconscious and grappled, is being pulled by this creature to a nest as y'all are trying to make your way through a portal in this warehouse somewhere.